Composite functions. So, what are composite functions? Well, a composite function is made up of multiple functions using each other in a specific order. Does it make sense? Well, let's do an example. So let's say we had two functions, f of x and g of x. And f of x is equal to 2x minus 3, and g of x is equal to 9x minus 1. Now, let's say we had f of g of x. Now you might be asking right now, how could he do that? Well, it's pretty straightforward. All you gotta do is just say this is the x to 9x minus 1, and then subtract that from 3, which is approximately 18x minus 2 minus 3, which is equal to 18x minus 5. No, 18x, sorry. 18x minus 5, and that's your new function. Seems simple, right? Now, we could also do this in another format. You could also say this is f of g of x. That's a simplified format. And that's what composite functions are. Putting one function and using another function to act on it. So let's say we had g of f of x, and this we had a g of x is equal to, I forgot to put an x there, sorry. G of x is equal to 9, 2x minus 3 minus 1. So this is equal to 18x minus 27, which is minus 1. It's going to be 18x. This is really disturbing me. 18x minus 28, and that's your answer. 18x minus 28. So this is two functions we got from that, from using this function to inputting one function as the x for another function. So let's say we put values for one function. Let's say f of, and you could also write this as g of f of x. This is just a sign for of. It kind of looks like of there. This is just a sign for of. So f of x, f of g of 3. G of 3. So before we even do that, we have to calculate what g of 3 is. So we are a g of 3 function, g of x is 9x minus 1. So 9, 3 minus 1 is equal to 27 minus 1, which is equal to 26. So f of 26, so let's say f of x over here is equal to 2x minus 3. So 2, 23, 26 minus 1 is equal to 52 minus 1, which is equal to 51. So f of g of 3 is equal to 51. Pretty simple and straightforward. Something that which is pretty straightforward. A lot of pretty easy. That's all I have to say. And it's this is called the composition notation. These two. This is composition notation. So I hope you learned something from this composite functions. So thank you for watching.